Episode 3, The Inherited Turnabout. What's for dessert today?
And Jeff Masters, piece of cake.
Wow, actual voices. Wasn't expecting that. Macaroons and waffles, light and fluffy chiffon cake. Happiness for one and all, the sweetest temptations. There, where, over there, take a peek inside the oven. Look, it's freshly baked desserts. It's a bit hard to sing along to the tune. Let's cook again today. It's a bit hard to sing along to the tune when the lyrics are coming up after the beat's already happened. This program sure brings back memories. Gregory. Tomorrow, I'm heading towards that fateful place with your son to find out the truth of 18 years ago. April 2nd, 10:05 AM, Zodiac, Art Gallery, Fountain, Patio. Hello everyone, Triple S back in smart. Ace Investigations, Miles Edgeworth, Prosecutor's Path. This is The Inherited Turnabout, and I was wondering, because it seems like the first case we had the, Horace Knightley, and then Horace Knightley carried on into the second case. I was wondering who might carry on into this case, and it seems like it might be Ray Shields. Maybe he might be the only, separate character from, Gumshoe and Kay and Miles who might carry over. It seems to be a case that they just keep carrying over one character or a main kind of thing from each case. Anyway, yep, it was a bit difficult to sing along to that tune because the beat happened, but then the lyrics would show up, so I had to kind of catch up to it. So it didn't work very well. But yep, The Inherited Turnabout, I assume it's going to be something about Gregory Edgeworth and Edgeworth himself, Miles, inheriting his father's legacy. Let's see. Mr. Shields, isn't it about time you told me what this is all about? Why did you bring me to this museum with you? It's a bit weird to say that. You're not busy now, are you, Miles? I thought it would be nice if we could share the romance of the constellations together. I beg your pardon, but I would like to leave. Sorry, it was just a joke. Do you know about the final case your father worked on? The IS-7 incident? Yes, Manfred von Karma showed it to me immediately after I became a prosecutor. I reviewed the case file again last night, after you invited me here. And, while I don't remember it very well, I also had been in attendance at the trial back then. Well, when I was young, I loved watching my father do battle in the courtroom. During that trial, it was my father, the defence attorney, Gregory Edgeworth, against my former mentor, Prosecutor Manfred von Karma. And while the trial ended with the defendant being declared guilty... I see. So you were there too, at Gregory's final trial. In that case, I'll cut to the chase and tell you what you want to know. The truth about the IS-7 incident. It happened 18 years ago, during the winter. All the buildings were covered in snow, coating the entire town like a layer of frosting. And it was in this very place that the incident occurred. This was all before Uncle Ray became a defence attorney. 18 years ago. December 24th, 5 PM, Detention Centre Visitors Room. It's almost Christmas. Miss Edgeworth, this request sure was sudden, don't you think? Indeed, we were contacted immediately after the client was arrested. My name is Gregory Edgeworth. I'm a defence attorney. I brought my assistant Raymond with me to meet our clients, but... a murder on Christmas Eve. This is just too much. darkness, a miraculous meeting. Welcome one and all to the visitor's room. Amazing! So this is what missing a client is like. Is the guard really doing jazz hands? Oh my god. It all happened so suddenly, I was completely surprised. I'm also surprised. 1,000 pardons for startling you. I am merely expressing my happiness through song. Welcome one and all. I greatly appreciate you coming. So you're the client for this case? Indeed. My name is Gregory Edgeworth. I'm a defense attorney. I will be representing you in court. This is my assistant, Raymond Shields. Nice to meet you. I'll do my best to help you. Relax, Raymond. Please excuse his jitters. He's working part-time at my office as an apprentice. I thought I'd let him assist me in this investigation. So, Mr. Gregory and Raymond, correct? I'm pleased to make your acquaintance. My job involves saving my clients from crimes in which they were falsely accused. First, I should determine if he is truly innocent. First, I would like to know more about you. I have forgotten to introduce myself. My name is Jeffrey Master. What? You mean you're Master Jeff? The world's greatest pastry chef, Jeff Master, the Master Chef? Yep, I am honoured that you have heard of me. All my fans call me Master Jeff. Wowzers, I'm totally starstruck. I can't believe I get to meet Master Jeff. Raymond seems to know quite a bit about Mr. Master. Master Jeff makes fantastic desserts while putting on a song and dance show. Oh, here we go again. What's for dessert today? Macaroons and waffles, white and fluffy, chiffon cake, happiness for one and all. The sweetest temptations. There, where, over there. Take a peek inside the oven. Look, it's freshly baked desserts. You see what I mean? The lyrics come after the beat, so I can't sing properly to it. I got caught up myself in their song. It got caught up in their song myself. Sorry, I read that wrong. So contrary to Miles, Gregory would gladly sing along. Woohoo! I'm so happy that I got to sing with Master Jeff. It's my dream come true. Oh, thank you. I'm happy to hear that as well. Oh, the tie's coming off. Oh no. Mr. Master, Raymond, shall we return to the matter at hand? Yes, of course. My sincerest apologies for making you wait. Now, where should we start? I'm not entirely sure if this entire case is from the viewpoint of Gregory. And we're just going to play it through, like, all of it as him, but we'll see. Jeff Master. You are the world's greatest pastry chef, but you are also skilled in song and dance. Yep, when I'm having a good time, my body just moves to the rhythm by itself. You seem to enjoy making desserts from the bottom of your heart. Ho-ho! If you don't have a good time making desserts, you won't make anything good. Creating desserts that bring happiness to one and all is my purpose in life. Master Jeff's desserts are practically works of art. They sparkle and look so delicious. He's famous for his dreamlike desserts. Bringing happiness to all with his dreamlike desserts, huh? About the case. An incident occurred in your estate, is that correct? Yep. That's where the Greater Dessert Contest was being held. It seems that the body was discovered in one of my creations. They found it in one of your desserts? For that reason, I was arrested by the detective in charge of the initial investigation. Wait, was that dessert? Was that like a giant chocolate chest? That'd be cool. I would never do something as vile as robbing someone of their life. I'm certain that the police will also realise that they have made a mistake. Really? Do you know anything about the victim? He was a man named Isaac Dover. He was one of the competitors in the contest. He was a wonderful man who made desserts of the highest beauty. Why did he have to die? I see. He truly seems to be grieving over the victim's death. I believe I have a sufficient understanding of Mr. Master's personality. Mr. Master, before I accept your request, there is one final matter I must confirm. You did not kill Mr. Dover. Can I take your word for it? Yes, that is correct. I did not kill him. No matter what happens, I would never take another person's life. Those aren't the eyes of a liar. I understand. I believe you. Thank you very much for taking the time to talk with us. The pleasure is all mine. I am grateful to speak with someone other than a detective. Next, we shall begin our investigation of the crime scene. We will report back with our findings once we have finished. Mr. Gregory Raymond, I wish you good luck. December 24th, 6 PM, contest venue, Fountain Patio. Woo! It sure is cold outside. Didn't expect it to be snowing this hard. Indeed, a blizzard like this will probably not clear up for a while. I'm not seeing any snow right now. Or maybe because they're inside. Are they inside or outside? I'm so confused. But even so, this mansion... Oh, it's a mansion. They are inside. Okay. It's ginormous. This is what Master Jeff's place is like, huh? Of course they're inside. There's instruments. You don't want them getting in the snow. If you're going to hold a contest in your own home, you would need this much space after all. La la la! Welcome! Thank you for coming! Ah! Oh my, are you okay? I am so very sorry. Would you happen to be Monsieur Edgeworth? Yes, I am Gregory Edgeworth. And I'm his assistant Raymond Shields. Greetings and welcome, Monsieur Edgeworth and Monsieur Shields. Please call me Catherine Hall. I'm in charge of the household affairs of this estate, and I'm also Monsieur Master's assistant. Ah, no way. You're the famous Kate, aren't you? You know of me? Of course I do. I see you on TV all the time. I'm a big fan of piece of cake. Oh goodness, I'm glad to hear that you're a fan. Tell me, what is this piece of cake? It's a TV show that's hugely popular with the kids. Master Jeff and Kate sing and dance while they make delicious treats. Just like this. Oh god, here we go again. What's for dessert today? Cookies and caramel, rich and feathery cream puffs. Let's make it together a delectable paradise. Here, there, everywhere. You just open up the oven. Now it's time for desserts. I kind of learnt the last few words. Oh, Monsieur Shields, that was incredible. Hey, I always practice along with the show. Maybe I should tell my son about this show. I mean, I'll laugh, but Miles is obsessed with the Steel Samurai, so, you know. But man, doing this dance repeatedly sure works up your appetite. Ah, pardon my inconsideration. I've forgotten to take care of our guests. Please relax and have some tea. Oh, this is some fine Ceylon tea? I hear the aroma of citrus does wonders for your concentration. I see, so this is what Ceylon tea smells like. Oh, these saucers are chilled. Yes, they help cool the tea more quickly for people who are bad with hot beverages. Oh, I'd love one of them. I see. These teacups also have a wonderful design. Oh, thank you very much. They are one of the few pride and joys of our estate, ordered directly from France. They were made by the famed sculptor Pierre Hoquet. That guy. They're my absolute favourite articles of tableware. You seem to greatly appreciate this man's works. Yes, they are like treasures to me. She appears to be very honest about what she likes. Thank you, Miss Hall, but it's time for us to move on to business. Are there any details that you can give us about the incident? Alright. I sometimes get so distracted welcoming guests that I forget myself. To tell the truth, I was the one who discovered Monsieur Dover's body. So you were the first one to discover the body. Is it true that the body was discovered in one of Mr. Master's desserts? Yes, it was during the judging of the Great Dessert Contest. I heard the sound of something breaking from Monsieur Master's room. Monsieur Master? Are you in here? Ah! I'm so confused. That's not dessert, that's a chest. I'm so confused. When I was inside the room, I saw Monsieur Dover's body inside the treasure chest. Thank you very much. I'm sorry to have made you recall such painful memories. No, I should be the one apologising for not being much help. Now then, I believe it's time for us to start investigating the crime scene. Monsieur Edgeworth, Monsieur Shields, please find some way to say Monsieur Master. Monsieur Master is not someone who could commit murder. Yes, of course. Just leave it to us. Then I shall entrust it to you. If you'll excuse me, I have to continue serving tea to the other inspectors. Raymond, let's head to the crime scene. Yes, sir, Miss Edgeworth. Okay, can I get some clarification here on dessert? It's not dessert, it's a check. I'm so confused. September 24th, 6:30pm, contest venue, Master's room. Oh, I recognise that face. I recognise that face back there. Can't remember his name, but I recognise that face from the first Edgeworth game. Wow, this whole thing is made of oh, it is. Okay. Just what I suspected. Chocolate chest. Chocolate chip? Oh, a chocolate chip cookie. Anyway, this whole thing is made of chocolate. I can't believe I'm actually seeing Master Jeff's desserts up close. Were this not the scene of a murder, I admit I too would have delighted in this occasion. Ugh, now that you've reminded me it's a murder scene, I'm getting shivers down my spine. Yeah, no one can eat that ship anymore. It's had a dead body in it. All that chocolate's gone to waste. That's bad. Perhaps it's because this room is cold to begin with. Now that you mention it, this room really is cold. Achoo! What's your name? I've forgotten your name. What's your name? Never expected the defence attorney to show up so early. Pleased to meet you. I'm Jeff Master's defence attorney, Gregory Edgeworth. This is my assistant, Raymond. How do you do? Detective Tyrell Bad, that's his name. Homicide. Mr. Bad, the detective in charge of this case. A man of few words. Tastes kinda bitter. What are you doing? He ate paper! He likes to digest his memos in his stomach as well as in his mind. It's just a strange habit of his. Please don't be too concerned. How much paper does he eat? That's not good for your health. It would probably be too much to ask him not to be concerned at all. More importantly, Detective Bad, will you give us permission to participate in the investigation? Permission denied. Why? Mr. Edgeworth is Master Jeff's defence attorney. Defence attorneys plant false evidence to try and get their not guilty verdict. I don't want their kind to disturb the crime scene. Mr. Edgeworth would never use false evidence to defend his client. I can't trust that coming from a defence attorney. I thought you were going to say defence assistant, but you know. Do the police still suspect Mr. Master, even after the investigation? If we didn't, we wouldn't have arrested him. I believe that Mr. Master is innocent, that's why I have come to investigate. Believing in his innocence, without investigating the crime scene? How naive. That's why I would like your permission to investigate. By investigating the crime scene, I want to ascertain if my thinking was naive or not. So you don't intend to leave until you've investigated the crime scene? Yes. Fine then. I will give you permission to investigate the crime scene. Thank you. But I'll be accompanying you. I can't trust you defence attorneys after all. If you understand that, You can begin your investigation. That's a lollipop? I'm a little surprised myself. Alright, let's begin the investigation. Raymond, be sure to take notes on the case. Leave it to me, Miss Edgeworth. Just begin already. Begin investigation, contest venue, master's room. I hope Raymond hasn't had a big dinner because he's probably going to be eating a lot of memos. Right, so we're going to go over here. It says look at the teapot. I can only assume it's this moon thing. Elegant tableware and cookware are placed on the counter. Looks like the same tea set Miss Hall was using earlier. Was Master Jeff drinking this black tea? On this tea set, only Jeff Master's fingerprints were found. It's a cool teapot though. Were his fingerprints found on any of the other cookware? The cookware was washed. Nobody's fingerprints remained. Or he might have been cooking with gloves on. It seems the only thing here with his fingerprints is the tea set. Jeff's teapot added to the court record. Oh, we have a court record! Yes, of course, we're a defence attorney, so we have a court record now. I don't have to keep saying organiser. Talk to Dane Gustavia. I assume that's this guy. Okay. Excuse me, but you are... My apologies. I was meditating. What did you ask, Sir Detective? Actually, I'm a defence attorney. My name is Gregory Edgeworth. I'm his assistant, Raymond. Pardon my late introduction. My name is Dane Gustavia. Already knew that from the guy, thank you very much. I am one of the pastry chefs participating in this contest. What kind of desserts do you make, Mr. Gustavia? My specialty is making desserts out of candy. Aww, what a cute seahorse! It was meant to be a dragon dancing in the sky. Ah, this is a dragon? I think it would fit better in the ocean than in the sky. And all too well, that design is my weak point. I plan to study design and undergo training in Zangfar once things settle down here. Oh, Zangfar. Glorious Zangfar. I probably shouldn't touch the subject of design any further. Mr. Gustavia, if you aren't related to the investigation, why are you in this room? Sir Detective wanted to know more about the desserts in this room, so he asked me to come. Since he's one of the contestants, he might know something. Dane Gustavia. Mr. Gustavia, those instruments you use are quite unusual. These instruments are called candy pumps, and they pump air into the candy. They kind of look like swords, they're so cool. Indeed, ever since I began using them, no day has gone by where I didn't receive a burn or wound. That's why I wear red clothes, so that not a single stain will ever show on me. That's going to be important. That's going to be important. That's going to be important. Making desserts is serious business. I'm always training. Does he injure himself because he hasn't trained enough? That's going to be important. The red hiding blood, that's going to be important. The contest. Can you tell me about the great dessert contest that was held here? From the looks of this room, it seems the desserts weren't just for eating. The exhibition Sir Master held was a contest in the art of dessert. The art of dessert? Desserts that are true works of art, made solely out of edible materials. The works of art in this room are all made from desserts. Now that you mention it, the whole room is filled with this smell of chocolate. Sir Master exhibits great talent in both flavour and design. If you are not able to surpass Sir Master in flavour and design, you will not be able to win. Beating the world's greatest pastry chef is pretty hard, isn't it? In other words, if I can surpass Sir Master, I shall become the world's greatest pastry chef. That was the prize of this contest. The prize is the title of the world's greatest pastry chef. In addition to that, there is also Sir Master's treasured angel's recipe. If you want to learn more about the contest, just look at this piece of paper. These were the rules that were given to the participants of the contest. Contest rules added to the court record. Let's actually have a look at them. I want to see. Check. Prizes, title wills, greatest contestants' rooms will be judged starting from the left. Afterwards, all parties will meet in Jeff's room. Any decorations not made from desserts are prohibited. Entering another contestant's room before the judging is done is prohibited. Oh, okay. So they each had their own individual rooms. About the case. Sorry, but I do not know much about the incident. You only learned about the incident after the judging had finished. How was the contest judging carried out? Let's see. Semester started judging at 3 PM. Oh, I'm burping. Starting from my room, the judging proceeded in a clockwise direction. I used the room to the right of Sir Master's room, which is the room we're in now. Next, the room of a female pastry chef named Delicia was judged. A female pastry chef? What kind of person is she? She is a frightening woman who would do anything to achieve her goal. I heard she used lots of cream to make a fantasy-themed dessert. And lastly, Sir Dover's room was judged. His works were frozen statues made from sherbet. Hall discovered the body in the middle of Gustavia's judging. She panicked, and because she immediately notified the police, Master continued judging, without knowledge that the body had been discovered. As a result, Master judged Dover's room, in Dover's absence. Seems we have plenty of room to suspect Master. I'm lacking in information. It's probably too early to object. By the way, Detective, Bad, what were you talking to Mr. Gustavia about earlier? I was asking him about the chocolate frame hanging on the wall. I thought something was missing. I thought if I asked someone who knew a lot about desserts, I could get an answer. Although, thanks to your arrival, I still haven't gotten my answer yet. Well then, since you've been waiting for so long, we can ask him about it right now. I guess you don't understand sarcasm. Mr. Gustavia, can you assist us with this matter? I train in the art of desserts every day. If you have a question about desserts, please do not hesitate to ask. Thank you very much. I assume... I did not... there's actually a lot more to this frame than I thought. Fingerprints. These finger marks are... These are unidentified finger marks. We don't know who they belong to. Since no fingerprints were left behind, finger marks without fingerprints. These might be related to the case. Frame finger marks out of the court record. It's a mystery. He was probably wearing gloves. Ugh, Detective Bad likes dreams and romance. I don't think there are dreams or romance at a murder scene. Yeah, down here. This is the first thing I noticed. You can make such a beautiful picture out of chocolate? It's better than Master Jeff. Is this really chocolate? It looks like an actual picture to me. Impressive, Sir Attorney. You notice well. This picture of an angel is not the dessert, but rather the angel's recipe. The angel's recipe? The prize for the contest. This picture isn't made of chocolate. Indeed, within this chocolate frame lies a recipe book. Sir Master told everyone when he explained the rules of the contest to us in this room. So the contestants knew the recipe was here. How about it? This frame, don't you think it's missing something? This must be what Detective Bad was asking Mr. Gustavia about earlier. This chocolate frame, there does seem to be a part that's missing. That's what's been bothering me as well. Huh? What's missing? Let me show Raymond the part of the chocolate frame that's missing. Do I really just... Look closely at that part with the decorations. Can you see that one of them is missing? It's true. It's different from the other decorations. This imperfect balance in the decorations is not like Sir Master. Upon closer examination, it seems this frame is not the only one with missing parts. We need to investigate further. All the desserts in this room each have one part missing. Whoa! The candle holder and the sailing tools are all damaged as well. So someone tampered with the crime scene. Tampered desserts. The desserts Mr. Master made were damaged in several places. Logic added. Perhaps. Maybe Master vandalised the room himself to fool us. Master Jeff wouldn't do that sort of thing to his desserts. Tampered desserts. I wonder if they are connected to the incident. Achoo! You alright, Raymond? Ugh, this room is way too cold. The fountain patio wasn't very warm either. This room certainly is cold. You want to wear my coat? No, I'm fine. Because that's something that you promised to give me when I become a defense attorney. That's right. Why is the temperature turned down so low? It's been turned down in order to maintain the chocolate's temperature. Why don't you try opening the panel cover on that wall? Panel cover? Whoa! There's a secret panel hidden there. This control panel is installed in all the rooms Sir Master prepared. So as not to detract from the dessert's presentation, the cover was closed to conceal it. What does the panel do? It allows you to change the temperature and the lighting in the room. In order to preserve any type of dessert, it can go down to about minus 22 degrees Fahrenheit. The room would be like a freezer. If that was Celsius, you'd be dead. It's set to 59 degrees Fahrenheit. No wonder I thought it was cold. Is it bad? I'm not allowed to change the temperature. Am I? Preserving the crime scene is the foundation of being a detective. But I'm not a detective. Defense attorney can't recklessly damage a crime scene either. Indeed, Sir Assistant, enduring hardship is also a part of training. In order to preserve chocolate, 59 degrees Fahrenheit to 64 degrees Fahrenheit is the ideal temperature. The ideal temperature for chocolates. That's expected of the dessert chef. No, this is but a trifle. Oh, come on. This is basic knowledge that anyone should know if they're a dessert chef. So, what's the ideal temperature for candy and fresh cream? As long as you watch out for humidity and hot temperatures, candy shouldn't melt. For fresh cream, around 50 degrees Fahrenheit is the ideal temperature. Can't speak. You need to watch out for the humidity and hot temperatures for candy. I see. Detective Bad, he seemed a bit happy when they were talking about candy. Is candy one of his favourite things? Probably. I already checked this area earlier, but it never hurts to take another look. What am I looking for here? Apparently nothing. Because... Yep, apparently it says I don't look there. According to the guide, anyway. Let's look at the chest. He says to look at the chest next, that's the thing. So this was where the body was discovered. Yep. The body has been removed, but otherwise, the crime scene has remained untouched. The outline of the body. Well, that works. It seems that the body was discovered inside this chocolate treasure chest. The person who discovered it was Miss Hall. Monsieur Master? Are you in here? Ah! She heard the sound of something breaking inside this room and came in. Breaking sound. What was the sound that came from Mr. Master's room? Logic added. I would like a little more information about this. What's this? Something has been dropped inside the treasure chest. This is... seems to be some kind of seal, with a design and initials carved into it. Looks like a signet crest. Was it the victims? I don't know if it was the victims, but we should take it for now. Signet crest added to the court record. Scroll. Oh, we need to scroll around. Oh, what did I do? I accidentally hit logic. Didn't mean to do that. That was my left trigger, which plays up on my controller sometimes. Examine the broken pieces of the ship's stand. Ah, these. Okay. It seems that the stand supporting the ship has been broken. Broken stand. The stand that supported the ship was broken and caused the ship to tip over. Logic added. The ship tipped over and broke the treasure chest, didn't it? Ah, maybe. Could the victim have been crushed by the ship and killed? If that were the case, this would have been an accidental death. You two aren't serious about that, right? Well, we were only discussing one of the possibilities. I was being pretty serious, though. Detective Bad, I would like you to tell me about the state of the victim. If you mean a photo of the body, here, look at it, all you like. It seems the victim was beaten to death with a blunt object. Beaten to death. The victim appears to have been beaten to death with a blunt object. Logic added. Has the murder weapon been found? You should try asking the prosecutor in charge later. It seems he doesn't intend to tell me, frankly. Oh, is this going to be one of the cases where the murder weapon is something that's edible, so it gets, you know, disposed of easily? It's going to be that. So, may I borrow this photograph? Sure, it's not a photo that was taken by the police. Miss Hall took a photo of the body with an instant camera when she discovered it. An instant camera? Is that like a disposable camera? An instant camera is a camera that can develop its film right after taking a picture. Ah, such a convenient camera exists. Anyway, let's go over the state of the crime scene a bit. This photo, upon closer examination, contradicts the state of the crime scene. I'll have to deduce the contradiction to resolve this matter. Crime scene notes added to the court record. Okay, so what am I doing here? So I have to examine the treasure chest again. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious nook and cranny, just like his son. And we are going to deduce the broken chocolate area by the head outline with the crime scene notes. So, what does that mean? Deduce the broken chocolate area by the head outline with crime scene notes. I can't scroll, so that's all there is. Okay. The head was here. Broken chocolate area. What is that? Oh, is it this? No, that's the wave. What if I scroll to the right? I don't think it doesn't tell me to, but you never know. No. Okay. I guess it just must be deduce. Spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold. Where was the crime note? Oh. What do these say actually? The body was recovered by the police. Check. The cause of death seems to be a hard blow to the head by a blunt object. There's no blood! Oh. Oh. Oh yeah, I see it, I see how it's broken. The thing that had blood on it's gone. Ah! Got it. Are you sure the only thing the police removed from the crime scene was the body? Ah, they also took away the piece of cloth the body was wrapped in. In that case, a major contradiction has been created at the crime scene. Contradiction? Detective Bad, please look at the crime scene carefully once more. The bloodstain that should have remained at the crime scene has disappeared. I definitely didn't get any reports about the bloodstain being cleared up. Ah, it took a while for me to notice the... Yeah, I'll check with forensics. Mr. Edgeworth, what happened? Comparing the photo and the crime scene, something struck me as being out of place. In the photo, the chocolate underneath the body remained intact inside the treasure chest. Yeah, I didn't notice it properly until I looked at the picture. However, in the actual crime scene, it's missing. The chocolate with the bloodstain has completely vanished. Yet, did the police remove it, or was this the work of the criminal? According to forensics, no one has cleaned up any bloodstains. I see. Well, that would mean someone erased the bloodstain. Who knows? Crime scene notes updated in my court record. Keep wanting to say organizer now. We're done here. So let's logic this out, okay? Should be... have everything. Breaking sound with the broken stand. Connect. Due to the broken stand, the ship lost its balance. It would seem Miss Hall entered the room upon hearing the ship collapse. Yeah, when Miss Hall entered the room, the ship had already fallen over. At any rate, I wonder why the stand broke. Why the stand broke? The ship fell over because the stand broke. Why did it break? Logic added. Maybe there was something wrong with the ship's balance in the first place. Is that really true? Why the stand broke with tampered desserts. Someone tampered with it. Connect. Each of Mr. Master's works had a piece that was missing. Add to that the fact that the ship's chocolate stand was broken, I think we can surmise that someone ransacked this room. And the one who did it could be the true culprit. That I don't know. But I think it's safe to say that the ship stand got broken when the room was ransacked. And when the ship fell over, it broke the treasure chest lid. I expect that the lid of the treasure chest was originally closed. Okay, we're done here. Gotta talk to this guy. What are you investigating? Sir, I'm checking the temperature of the stream, sir. What have you learned? Sir, the stream has warm water, sir. The stream is connected to the fountain in the patio and runs through every room. It's an unusual construction for a room. The minds of the rich, I'll never understand. Investigation complete! It seems our investigation of this room is just about over. Crime scene notes updated in my court record. This should make it clear. Jeff Master is the culprit. Why? All the rooms in this mansion were locked from the inside, and the only way to open them from the outside was to use this key to the mansion. Do you know who had the key? Master was the only one with the key. There were no spare keys. Mansion key added to the record. By using the mansion key, Master could enter all the contestants' rooms. Of course, the key could also lock his room from the outside. However, Mr. Master's room is currently unlocked. Yeah, that's why I suspect Master is the culprit. I'd like to hear your reasoning in more detail. Why I suspect Jeff Master. If the body had been found in a locked room, Master would have been the prime suspect. That's why Master made sure to leave the door to his own room unlocked. And to ensure that the body would be seen, Master broke the lid on the treasure chest. After the judging, everyone was scheduled to meet in Master's room. That would have created the impression that the murder had occurred while he was away. Contrary to his expectations, the body was discovered by Miss Hall. That's my reason for suspecting Master. Got that, Ace Attorney? So you also think it was Mr. Master himself who vandalised this room? Yep. You defence attorneys believe that justice lies in trusting your clients, but I'm a detective. If I believe every poor sap story, I'd let the suspicious ones get away. I understand your reasoning thoroughly. However, I'd like you to hear my thoughts on the subject now. Fine. Detective Bad believes that he is right, but I won't give up so easily. I can't accept his reasoning. I'll have to show him evidence that contradicts it. Okay, so we've got to go to, and to ensure that the body would be seen. And we present the crime scene notes themselves. It's a good objection noise. Originally, the victim's body was hidden inside the chocolate treasure chest. Miss Hall entered the room when she heard a sound. I think it is likely that this was the sound of the chocolate chip falling over. Yeah, that's what you would think, just by looking at the crime scene. You said that Mr. Master broke the treasure chest lid himself. But this photo shows that the ship's fall caused the lid to break. If the lid broke just before Miss Hall found the body, The Mr. Master who was in the middle of judging could not have broken it. I never said that Master broke the lid directly. The ship was set up to fall during the judging. I believe he tampered with the stand. Do you have proof he tampered with it? No, but the investigation isn't completely over yet. It seems they still haven't found anything conclusive. Have you found any other fingerprints other than Mr. Master's in this room? Yeah, there were some left on the door. But the victim, Dover, and Master were also among the fingerprints left behind. Before we made our desserts, we all gathered here to have the judging explained to us. Perhaps that was when we left those fingerprints. But you didn't find any fingerprints on the works in this room. What? Someone tampered with the chocolate in this room. So perhaps there are other fingerprints on it apart from Mr. Master's. No matter what we find, it won't clear Master of suspicion. Labby, hurry up and dust the chocolate for the fingerprints. Roger that, sir. Oh, you're called Labby, are you? Okay. Detective Bad. We found another person's fingerprints on all the chocolates in the room. Whose fingerprints? They belong to a pastry chef by the name of Delicia. Good work. Return to the investigation. Yes, sir. It would seem that there are other suspicious people besides Mr. Master after all. Huh. I don't need a defense attorney to tell me that. I'm not stopping my investigation. We will just go and listen to what this Delicia has to say. Delicia, Gustavia told us about her not long ago. Is she really a frightening woman who would do anything to achieve her goal? Miss Edgeworth, this Delicia lady sounds mighty suspicious to me. It seems that it will be necessary for us to speak with her directly as well. Is that bad? Would you allow us to accompany you? I'm not obligated to do that. What? But you are the one who discovered the truth of the crime scene. Fine, have it your way. Follow me. Detective Bad. Thank you. Detective Bad, sir. Are you sure about that? Right now, that prosecutor is in the room. Doesn't matter. Him and I don't see eye to eye. Ooh, who is it? Him? Who's the prosecutor in charge of this case, anyway? Manfred von Karma. Oh, joy. What? Von Karma's in charge? That guy hasn't lost a case in 25 years. Manfred von Karma, the living legend of the prosecutor's office. If the rumours of his courtroom performance are to be believed, he's a man who would do anything for a guilty verdict. No matter what kind of prosecutor he is, I can only hold true to the path I believe in. The defense attorney's path? To be continued! Oh, a lot shorter than the previous episodes in the second case. God almighty, I still can't believe there was an episode that was almost 2 hours long, but I think it's going to be a running thing through this case that the episodes aren't that long until maybe the last one. That one's pretty long, maybe an hour and a half, but I'm so glad they're not that long anymore. Anyway, it seems we're going to keep continuing on, keep carrying on. I don't know, I'm British. We're going to continue on playing as Gregory next time, it seems like, or maybe we might shift back to Edgeworth and something might have happened in the present, and we might alternate between the two time periods, maybe? I don't know, we'll see, because I don't know about this case at all. But yeah, thank you for watching, I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.